This is 5 on your side at 6, focused on you.
Tonight, loved ones in Lincoln County tell us they are heartbroken after a deadly weekend crash took the lives of 3 young people. Thank you for being with us tonight. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Mike Bush. The crash killed an 18-year-old boy, a 17-year-old girl, and a 15-year-old boy. 2 others, including the driver, were taken to the hospital. Crash happened around 4:15 Sunday morning on South Chantilly Road, south of Ethington Road in Lincoln County. Today, 5 on your side's Elise Shone visited a memorial site where she spoke to loved ones and friends of the victims.
Maybe he's one of the ones that's just in critical condition.
On Sunday, Jordan Reichert learned her 15-year-old nephew, Caden, was in a deadly car crash.
He was his family's protector. He loved fishing. He loved going hunting. He just loved being outdoors.
She hoped and prayed he survived. But family and friends told me Caden, a 17-year-old named Emily, and an 18-year-old named Will were all killed. A 20-year-old named Trevor and a 17-year-old named Haley both survived, but were seriously injured.
Caden, he was an amazing kid. He gave the best hugs.
The crash report says the car was going too fast and lifted in the air. It skidded off the road and hit a tree.
He drew him in. He could make anybody their friend. He wanted to take care of anybody that was around him.
Friends, family, and loved ones gathered here today at the site of the crash, holding each other closely, sharing memories, and even doing burnouts in honor of those they loved and lost. Even first responders showed up, blocking off the road to incoming traffic so that the space was safe to grieve.
I'm glad it's all bringing us together, but I'm also sad that it's bringing us together in this type of way.
It hasn't hit Ryan Resnick that he'll never hear about his former coworker Emily, or that his best friend Trevor almost died, or that he'll never call his friend Will again.
Maybe if one day I see him in my dreams, then I'll get to talk to him, but until then, it's until next time.
And Reichert knows her family will keep memories of her nephew alive forever.
And they can share a piece of him with me, and I can share what I know of him with them.
Reichert says she's working to put together a memorial and sell T-shirts to help her nephew's parents cover his funeral. She hopes any extra costs might go to a scholarship or a park memorial in his name.
Tonight, a parent in the Rockwood School District is demanding change after another racist incident at a district high school. This time, racist messages were found in a restroom. Our Mercedes McKay joins us in studio. Mercedes?
And unfortunately, this isn't anything new. 5 on Your Side has covered multiple stories in recent years with families and parents who say racism is a problem in the Rockwood School District. The most recent incident happened just this past Thursday. The principal of Eureka High School wrote an email to families saying the school discovered a video of racist messages on school property. A video was posted in a private group on social media of 2 restroom stall doors marked white toilet and color toilet. The principal said they investigated immediately and confirmed the stickers were no longer there. The video was taken down and the student who posted it has been identified and punished. Letitia Smith has 2 kids in Rockwood and attended the district from 4th grade to graduation. She says this isn't the Rockwood she knew.
What it seems like is there is a small section or maybe a few sections of people that feel this way, but it seems like their voices are being illuminated and their actions are getting all of this attention. So it makes it seem like Rockwood is a bad place to be in currently, and it's making our kids feel that way as well.
Smith told me her kids have said things like they can't wait to graduate and that they even actually want to leave the district. Rockwood wouldn't do an interview today and sent 5 on Your Side a statement saying in part, actions and speech that degrade an individual's human dignity have no place in our schools. You can read that full statement on KSDK.com under the As Seen on TV section.
The state of Missouri will not halt Leonard Taylor's execution tomorrow night. Just hours ago, Governor Mike Parson announced the state Supreme Court rejected a stay of execution request. Taylor was convicted of killing his girlfriend, Angela Rowe, and her 3 young children in Jennings in 2004.
Tonight, a St. Louis puppeteer is trying to continue his partner's legacy by remembering his passion and love for marionettes. Bob Kramer died 2 weeks ago in a fire that destroyed his home and studio, Bob Kramer's Marionettes. Our Justina Cornell spoke with Doug Felch, that's his partner, today, and she joins us live from the home in the Central West End. Justina.
Yeah, Mike, so Doug tells me he was in the hospital for 5 days and he doesn't remember much, but what he does know is that the love and support has been overwhelming ever since.
Oh, here's one we can smell it.
Immersed in beauty.
Oh my, you are so beautiful.
Doug Felch surrounds himself with his partner's favorite flowers.
The Botanical Garden has been one of our favorite places, and especially Bob's favorite place.
Doug and his life partner, Bob Kramer, used to come here to get inspired. And Doug continues to do so today.
To remember his spirit and his joy.
Just more than 2 weeks ago, the two were in their Central West End home when a fire erupted. The home was also the theater and wood shop. But years of their livelihood soon became rubble on a January Friday night. Doug went to the hospital for almost a week, and Bob unfortunately passed away.
The loss is so great.
The two have known each other since the 60s, and since then, they've created hundreds of shows through Bob Kramer's marionettes.
Puppets, over 800.
Doug said Bob always had the passion, making his first marionette at the age of 6.
He started writing to Bill Baird, the puppeteer who did the puppets for Sound of Music. He started writing to him when he was in the 4th grade.
And later in life, Bob would work with him.
Bob had a seat right next to him.
Doug said Bob's big dream was to have a theater in St. Louis, and he was able to achieve that.
To keep this tradition going and to pass it on.
Doug only hopes to continue his dream.
It's a wonderful way for children to get involved into the theater, into imagination, creativity.
For now,
many, many lovely memories. Those are the gifts that you can't put a price on.
Doug will remember Bob through the art they cherish and aims to spread that love.
The wind beneath my wings, it's there, it's just constant. I don't have to think, oh, I'm alone. I'm not. In thought, or even when I'm alone, I'm not alone.
Now, Doug hopes to create a memorial for Bob and eventually a center for kids. Now, meanwhile, we did check in with the St. Louis Fire Department earlier today, and we learned the cause of the fire is still unresolved. Reporting in the Central West End, Justina Cornell, 5 on your side.
Tomorrow, the Missouri Senate Committee will hold a hearing on what's being described as the most extreme Don't Say Gay bill in the United States.
Parents and students are planning to protest the proposals they say would crack down on academic freedom and harm students in the LGBTQ community. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, has more on the push to restrict teachers from talking about sex or gender. Mark.
And Mike, a recent study found that more than half the parents with LGBT kids in Florida are considering moving out of the state after they passed a ban on sex or gender-related curriculum in public schools. 1 in 5 of those parents already started taking steps to move out of Florida. Now, gay rights advocates in Missouri are likely to highlight that research in Jefferson City. They're taking their voices to the State House, where a proposal is coming up in the Senate. They say it would go much farther than the one in Florida. Republican State Senator Mike Moon filed this bill to ban any discussion about sex or gender in the classroom. His proposal says teachers, school nurses, principals, staff are all banned from discussing gender identity or sexual orientation at all unless they're a licensed healthcare professional with a parent's prior permission. Education advocates at Family Equality told us that language like that is just so broad and so sweeping. The way it's written, it would represent the most extreme Don't Say Gay bill in the whole country.
Rather than just banning classroom or curricular instruction on gender identity and sexual orientation, it actually bans almost any school personnel from even acknowledging sexual orientation and gender identity, and would amount to an erasure of an entire group of people from any sort of classroom or school discussion.
Senator Moon was not available to discuss his proposal today, but critics question why something like this is necessary at all, because Missouri law already allows parents to opt their kids out of any sex education classes they don't feel comfortable with. In fact, school districts are required by law to tell parents they can opt out. That choice is already in Missouri law.